Hey y'all, I'm coming here from the closet. We're gonna try this one more time. I am so sorry. Oh, my sweet babies and my crafting family. Let's go. Oh, man. Oh, my geez. Oh, my Lord. Now you're so close. This is just a struggle waiting to happen. Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh. Dorless, it's just going crazy. It's like class. It's just like class. It's just like class. Everything's going crazy. Oh, well, welcome to Crazy Town. If you're here for crafting, you've come to the wrong place tonight. Oi, oi, oi. If you're here for geometry, well, you've hit the jackpot. So here we go. All right. So if so please know that I just lost my train of thought because I'm trying to let me delete this comment because I'm gonna remove it. Okay. All right. So let me explain what we're doing. We are I'm bad blurry. Okay. Is that better? Okay. So I am spreading myself super thin and I am unable to tutor after school because I am the head softball coach. So, in order to help with my children and their math, I told them that I would YouTube tutor them because this is the only time that I have. So, I I said that I would YouTube tutor them. I know that it probably dinged 22,000 of you that, oh, Ashley Chauvin is live. And you're like, whoa, what are we going to learn? What are we going to do? Whoa, crafting, cups, whatever. And you're here and we're learning geometry. So I'm sorry for the crafters that are here, but we're learning geometry tonight because my kids need me and this is the only way that I can reach out to them. So we're learning geometry tonight and that's just what we're doing. I am going to leave this live up because I want them to be able to access it when they need to. And unfortunately, that's just what we're doing. You're going to get a little glimpse into what my teaching style is and how we are in the class. And hopefully, you can learn something or join in if you need to. I'm trying to get this tripod together so that I can like get you situated. Oh my Lanta. Okay, see where I'm trying to get this, and then now you're like hecka close. Okay, see where I'm trying to get the tripod situated. Oh my Lord in heaven. Okay, so in order not to like drop you a million more times, we're gonna like back you up. We're gonna fix you. Okay, let me just fix you. Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit of. Yes, I still feel like you're kind of close. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of a. Hold on, let me just move this. Let me move my mama somewhere else. Okay, if you have children that are geometry, just then this is just for geometry. Again, sorry, whatever. All right, so here we go. So we're starting a new chapter and we're doing complementary and supplementary angles. Okay. We talked in class about in order for it to be a complementary angle, you have to have two angles. Okay. Two. And both of them have to have the sum of what degree? Does anybody know? Like, if you're on the live and you're one of my students, I'm going to give you a second to kind of answer or guess. They have to have the sum of what degree? Anybody know if you're my student? So I'll give you about 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Okay. A complementary angle, good, good, Tiara. You need 90 degrees, okay? So a complementary angle is 2 degrees, two angles where the sum is 90 degrees. So the two angles add up to 90 degrees. So you can have like a 30-degree angle and then a 60-degree angle. Good, Dayton. I see you. Okay. So a 30-degree and a 60-degree. Now, tell me this. A 30-degree angle, listen to my question because it's kind of confusing, but this is where you really have to process it, okay? A 30-degree and a 60-degree angle are both what kind of angles? I'm going to give you about 5 more seconds to think about it. They're little, they're little blank angles. What kind of blank angles are they? They're little angles. What kind? The 30 and the 60 would be considered what kind of angles? I'll give you 5, I'll give you 4. Good, Dayton. They're acute angles, okay? Because they're little cuties. They're cute and little. They're smaller than 90 degrees, okay? They're cuties. They're tiny. So anything less than the typical seat and chair, 90 degrees, is they're little cuties. They're acute angles, okay? So complementary angles, okay, because they complement each other. Because when you got your best friend with you, they complement each other, okay, are 90 degrees and the sum of, which means they add up to, okay, they add up to 90 degrees, okay. So when you're making an equation with these two angles, they add up to 90 degrees. Everybody with me? All right. Supplementary angles, you need two angles, and they add up to what? They add up to, I'll give you 5 seconds. I'll give you 4, 3, supplementary, 2. Anybody know it? Without Googling it? Good. A supplementary is 180, okay? So supplementary is 180, where two angles, the sum of them, add up to 180. Not more than, not less than. They have to add up to 180. So if they are 180, what kind of angles would they be? They're not acute because they're not less than 90 degrees, and they're not a right angle because they're not at 90 degrees. So what type of angle would they be? I'll give you 5 seconds. I'll give you 4. I'll give you 3. I'll give you 2. Good. I see a couple of you saying it. They're obtuse. They're those big old fatties. They're the obtuse angles. Okay. So we know that when you're dealing with supplementary angles, like what's up? They're the two fatties. Okay. So when you're dealing with supplementary angles, you need two big old fatties. See, they're the two big old fatty angles. They're bigger than those right angles. Okay. So sup. See, so when you go up to your friends and you're like, sup, you need two bigger than 90 degrees. Okay. Because they have to add up to 180. Add the sum of 180. Okay. But then when you're making your equation, remember when I said they kind of have those little hooey kind of, sometimes you got to go back in and back in and back into the word problems. All right. Well, this is where they get kind of confusing. So I'm going to show you the problem that's up here, okay? And I'm going to show you how you're going to kind of work it in and weave it in. And remember way long time ago when I told you, yo, pay attention to this because we're going to use this later on in like life and class and like when we get on down the road and when we move on down the road. Should have listened because we're going to learn it again and we're going to use it. But that's okay. I'm going to teach you again. Everybody just back to it. All right, so here we go. I'm going to turn you a little bit. I'm going to turn the camera. I'm going to show you the screen. And then we're going to kind of like turn the screen a lot, and we're going to kind of go back and forth a lot, okay? So just want you to stick with me. We're going to do the method that we do in class, where we go to the problem and we go to the paper. We go to the problem and we go to the paper, okay? Every single time you have a word problem like this, you're going to go to the problem and to the paper for a couple of reasons. You don't want to miss a step. Remember, they're going to use a lot of things to trick you up, but you know the vocabulary. So as long as you've got the vocabulary in your head, don't jumble it around. Keep your calm, keep your cool, take a deep breath, and go step by step by step by step. All you're doing is plugging in the answers, plugging in the numbers. Plug it in, plug it in. That's all you're doing is plugging it in, okay? And remember, this is where Sharkeisha kicks her boots at the curb. So this is where we got like all this going on at once. Geometry is where like everything gets all willy-nilly, okay? So we're about to meet Nilly. All right, here we go. So I'm going to kind of take you off the tripod. So I'm like one hand in it, and you're going to be kind of close to my face. And then, oh my God, it's going to be a hot mess. Y'all think class is a hot mess. Wait till y'all see this commotion. All right, ready? All right. So look, oh my little Linda. I'm stuck. Okay, I'm unstuck. All right, here we go. All right, so I want you to read this. And look, right away, I already know that some of you are like, Miss Chauvin, what is all of that? You were just talking like easy peasy Japanesey stuff, and then you bring up this crazy commotion, and this is like gibberish. So first, let me show you this, okay? All right. This used to be the greater than or less than sign. Now it's going to be the angle sign. So we're going to be working with angle P, okay? And we're also going to be working with angle Q, okay? Those are the two angles that we're going to be working with. Sorry, we're going to be working with, stop it. Oh my goodness, this thing is crazy. So we're going to be working with angle P and angle Q. This is angles now. So in geometry, those two things are the angles. They're not greater than or less than anymore, okay? This isn't your greater than or less than anymore. All right. So don't freak out when you see all these symbols and all these words and numbers and stuff, because that's what you do. You end up shutting down. Remember, we're going to rip it apart. We're going to take it piece by piece, number by number, symbol by symbol, because we know it. We just have to stay cool. Okay? So here we go. All right. So we're going to start right here. The measure of angle P is 52 degrees. Okay? And the measure of angle Q is 3x plus 2. Okay, so look up. Now all we got to do is cheat. Because they gave us the information. Hello? They gave us the information. Now we all know it, right? Now it's just plug it in, plug it in. They're going to tell us all the rest of the information, and all we got to do is plug it in. They're going to tell us whether or not it needs to be complementary or supplementary, okay? Or supplemental. They're going to tell us everything that we need to do, and all we got to do is just follow the rules. So it's easy peasy Japanesey from here. Okay, here we go. Ready? Okay. So it's given angle P and angle Q are complementary. So if it's complementary, we know that the sum of it is going to be 90 degrees. So if we know that the sum is 90 degrees, we know that the equation has got to be, okay, angle P plus, because remember, it's the sum, okay, and sum means addition, and angle Q equals 90 degrees. So that's the setup of your equation. So we already know that because we know that it's complementary, okay? Okay? So we know that it's complementary. All right, now it says, let's go, sorry. Now it says, substitute the values. All right, substitute the values. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the values that they gave us. Well, they told us that angle P was 52 degrees. I'm writing it down for you so you can see it. And that angle LQ was 3x plus 2 degrees. Okay? So now it's saying for these in your equation, you're going to substitute the values. So now we're plugging it in. So for angle P, we're going to put 52, okay, plus, okay, 3x plus 2 equals 90 degrees. Now here comes the fun part, okay? Now, did we do everything that we needed to do? We plugged it in. Is that angle P? Yep. Is that angle Q? Yep. Is it equaling 90 degrees? Yep. Is it adding because the sum? Yep. All right. Now this is the fun part. Remember a long time ago when we were working on algebraic expressions and we talked about the girlfriend-boyfriend method? Well, we're about to do the girlfriend-boyfriend method. If you don't remember the girlfriend-boyfriend method, then you're about to remember it right now. But let's go back to the word problem, okay? So it says, combine like terms, okay? And so let's combine like terms and then simplify. All right, here we go. So, girlfriend-boyfriend method, ready? All right, combine like terms. Are there any like terms that we can combine on this side of the equation? Any like terms we can combine? Of course, 52 plus 2 is going to be 54. I'm going to cross out those. And then plus 3x equals 90 degrees. Okay, now, remember, girlfriend-boyfriend method. Okay? So I'm going to remind you what that is. Remember, you want to isolate your ex. You are super mad at him. Okay? You want to make sure that he is all by himself. Okay? You are super mad at him. So now we're going to isolate the ex. Okay? Here we go. He did you bad. So you want all your stuff back before you isolate him. So here's you and the ex. Y'all are getting ready to break up, okay? Y'all are over. It is so over between the two of you. Y'all are done. But before y'all break up, you want your phone charger back. You want your pop socket back. You want all your stuff back. You want your things out of his locker. You are D-O-N-E done. But you need to get all your stuff back. And you want to take all your things away from him. Okay? Before y'all officially separate. So, we're going to subtract. We're going to get your stuff away from him. 54 from this side. And whatever you do to this side, okay, we're going to do to this side. Because whatever you do to one side of the equation, you're going to do to the other side of the equation. Sorry. Now, you and your ex, y'all still together because you ain't got all your stuff back yet. All right. 90 minus 54 is what? You cross out your 9. Okay. All right. Now, that's it. You are over him. He has done, or she has done you wrong. You are leaving him. Sharkeisha, you are done with him. So you are dividing yourself from your ex. Because right now he is multiplying. So you are trying to divide yourself from your ex. and leave him all by himself. So you got X by himself, isolated on the side, the equal sign. And what you do on one side of the equal sign, you do on the other. Now, you have to simplify this. This is actually a division problem, okay? So, if your roof is bigger than your house, okay, you're going to put your roof, sorry, I'm one-handed, so you're going to have to forgive me for a second. I'm going to try and hold the paper down, all right? If your roof is bigger than your house, your roof falls into your house. And of course, some of us can just eyeball it. But if you can't, your roof is bigger than your house. So your roof falls into your house. 3 into 1 goes 3. 3 into 3 goes 1. 1 times 3 is 3. That's a 0. 3 goes into 6 2 times. 2 times 3 is 6. And that's 12. So your X equals 12. Okay? But wait, there's more. Okay? So we did all this work and we figured out who your ex is, because he was just did you down bad, right? Okay? And we just told Sharkeisha we are done with him for good. But look, now we got to take this X, now that we figured out what X is, and we got to go back up here and plug it in if need be. Well, we already know that P is 52, okay? So we good with that. Check. But right here, we need 3X plus 2. We need to put that X in here. So we're going to go to Q equals 3 times 12 plus 2. And we're going to figure that out. So 3 times 12 is 36 plus 2 is 38. Okay? So angle Q is 38 degrees. Okay? Any questions on that? So P is 52 degrees because we didn't have anything to do with that one. And angle Q is 38 degrees because we had to do 3X. We found out what X was, plus 2. All right? So we found out our value of X. We plugged it into where it was. And we found out what our value for Q was. All right. So far, we good? Any questions on that? Excuse me. Did I lose you? Or do I still have you? Did I get you? One way or another. Let's see. I'm trying to find a different question, so give me a second. To find one that's kind of like the Pythagorean theorem. And we'll do one that's a supplementary angle as well. Anybody? Same method if it's a negative number. Same method. All you're doing is plugging in and following the same formula. Okay? Plugging it in and following the same formula. Because it's the same thing over and over. It's very methodical. You're just filling in, following the same thing, and following the same algebraic expression. Okay? You're just doing it with negatives instead of positives. So if it depends on what quadrant you're in. So if you're in like the negative quadrant, or the negative positive quadrant, or the positive negative quadrant, same thing. You're just filling it in differently. That's a great question. Any other questions? And then we'll go to supplementary or supplemental. Any questions? Okay, so let's review a quick review, because remember, when you repeat it 7 times, it sticks with you better. So a complementary angle, okay, 90 degrees. You need 2 of them. 2 acute angles. 2 cuties. 2 little cuties. 2 cutie angles that add up to, because you need the sum, okay, 2 cutie little angles that add up to the sum of 90 degrees. Then, once you get that, you're going to plug in the formula to get the equation, and then you're going to simplify the equation by combining like terms to get x. Okay? Any other questions on complementary? Because we're about to move to supplemental, which is the same thing, just instead of 90, you're going to have 180. So we good so far? Yes? Okay. All right. Let's do some supplementary. Okay. So supplementary is the same thing except with 180. So let's look at what they have here. All right. The measure of angle FAD is 140. And the measure of BAC is 90. Okay? It could be observed that those 2 angles are supplementary. Therefore, the sum is measured to 180. Okay? And this one didn't give a problem. Let me see if I can find a problem. Let me see if I can find a problem with those. I didn't bring home the book because I know I would forget the book. And then we wouldn't have the book tomorrow for class. And then we would be in trouble. Because you know how much showing is. Okay, here we go. Got it. You ready? All right. The measure of angle ZTS equals 5x minus 3. And the measure of angle NRQ is 2x plus 1. They're supplementary angles, so they equal 180. Okay? So let's write that first. Okay? Angle ZTS equals 5x minus 2. I'm sorry, 5x minus 3. Sorry. And that's degrees. And then angle NRQ. I don't know why they just won't put one letter. Jeez Louise. It's like we have to write the whole mother-loving alphabet. Okay? 2x plus 1. Okay? Degrees. All right? So, and this has to equal, these two together has to equal 180. So now we're going to write an equation. So now, guess what we're going to be? Cheetah, pumpkin eaters. Cheetah, pumpkin eaters. Because now, all we have to do is plug it in. That's it. That's all we got to do. Is just plug it in. Because, hello, they gave us all the answers. They gave us the equation. They gave us the answer of 180. Stupids. They gave us all the answers. Now all we got to do is just move stuff around, and bazinga zanga, we know all the answers. They're crazy. I mean, I don't know what they doing over there, but I mean, we know it all now. Crazy people. All right, so let's show them how we know it. So now they're asking for an equation, okay, with supplementary angles. Well, they just told us the answer now because they want supplementary. So now we know that on this side, the equal sign, we have to put 180 degrees. And now we know that we have to add these two things together, right? Because supplementary is to add those. So let's do 2x plus 1 plus, because they told us, crazy people, all right? And this is 3 minus x 5. All right. So they basically just told us the answer. I mean, hello. They need to start thinking better. So here is angle ZTS plus, because we're doing the supplementary, angle NRQ right here. All right. Now we need to see if we can combine stuff. Because now we're boyfriend, girlfriend method. We are breaking up. And I want my stuff back. You can have your stuff back. We're breaking up. I'm isolating my ex. Because we are over. We are done. We are finished. Boo. Bye. We're isolating the ex. Remember? This is the algebraic expression part. This is the part where we come in. And we terminate that ex. Because we too good for him, girl. All right. Oh boy, whatever. Here we go. All right. So we're going to see if we can combine like terms. Meaning we seeing what friends are loyal and what friends are not. So let's see. Are there like terms in here? Yep. Here's an X. Here's an X. So 5X plus 2X is 7X. And remember, you want to cross those out to make sure you don't repeat and you don't forget them. Okay. And then negative 3 plus 1 would be negative 2, okay? Because you have 3 and you're adding a positive 1. So if you want to remember it on the number line, okay, just so you can have a visual. Some of y'all are visual. If you go 1, 2, 3, here's negative 3, and you're going in a positive direction. Sorry, I know it's focusing on the wrong thing. And you're going in the positive direction 1 space. Okay. Sorry, y'all. You're going in the positive direction 1 space. That's going to land you on the negative 2. Okay. So we're going to go back here. That's why you have the negative 2. All right. And then we're going to cross that out so we don't forget it. And we're going to equal 180. All right. So we're good to go. Did we leave any terms up here? Nope. We're all good to go. Everybody's good? All right. So now we're getting our stuff back. We're not ready to leave our ex just yet because we still got to get our things, right? We still got to get our phone charger, our pop socket. We still got to, like whatever, get our stuff out of his car. We still got whatever, okay? So we're going to take away, okay? Because we have to do the opposite of. Oops, sorry. All right, so this is going to be 182. All right. And then we're going to bring down our 7x. All right. Now we're ready to leave. Leave that scoundrel. Sharkeisha, you all by yourself. All right. Now, remember, if you can't eyeball it or you don't know it, then your roof is bigger than your house. Okay. So 7 goes into 18 2 times. 2 goes into 7. 14. All right. And that's going to be 42. 7 goes into 42. How many times? Anybody know? Wait on y'all. Nobody's listening. Nope. 7 times 6 is 42. Okay. So then over here, your x is 42. No, I'm sorry. Your x. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention that time. Your x is 26. Now, we know what x is. Now we got to go back up to our angles and plug it in. So, we're going to do 5 times 26 minus 3, and then 2 times 26 plus 1. So 5 times 26 is 130, minus 3 is 127. So for angle ZTS, it's 137 degrees. And then for this one, it's 2 times 26 is 52, plus 1 is 53. So this one is 53 degrees. Okay? Sorry. So the angle for ZTS is 137 degrees, and NRQ is 53 degrees. Okay? All right. Quick recap. Any questions? Any questions? Tell me. You know what's funny is I'm going to go on YouTube in a minute after I get off with y'all, and I am going to craft. And people are going to be like, oh my God, she's doing another math video. And it's really going to be a crafting video, and they're going to miss out on all the crafting. So, joke's on them. All right, any questions to my babies? Or any questions to anybody who's watching who has a question about geometry? Because, I'm exhausted. Nothing? If you do, ask now, and I'm okay with it. Maybe we're not live. Maybe we are. Maybe we're learning. Maybe we're not. We're good. All right. If y'all are good, then I'm going to go ahead and get off of YouTube for math, okay? And then I'm going to go and get back on YouTube for crafting and try and just keep my head above water. And then I'll see you, sweet baby angels, in the morning. But y'all need to get to bed. You won't have a decimal. Wouldn't it be 127? No. Oh, it would be 127. You're right. It would be 127. Who said that? Is that one of my kids? Who said 127? Because I did that in my head. Who said it wouldn't it be 127? Are you one of my students? Are you a stranger danger crafter? Okay. So I was about to say, if you're one of my students, you're going to get a prize in the morning. If you're a stranger danger crafter. All right, well, stranger danger crafter, you message me, and I will get you something. I'll get you something. So, everybody else, my kids, y'all should have called that. But I was rushing, so, and I'm exhausted. So, but yeah, message me and I'll get you something. Thank you for catching that. Yeah, they should equal 180. So, yeah, it's been a long day. I've been teaching since 7 a.m. And I coached this afternoon. My first ball game is tomorrow. I still have 15 bags I have to vinyl. So I should have not done mental math. So, yeah, I might have said it. I just wrote it wrong. So, my bad. Um, uh, yeah, listen, Donald, watch it because it's really good. I did complimentary and supplementary. Okay. Um, Anybody else need any questions or anything? All right. Well, y'all have a good night. Be good to everybody. For my sweet baby angels, I'll see you in the morning. If you are one of my sweet baby angels and you watch this tonight, tomorrow morning, the secret code number is 127. Um, and if you tell me 127 in the morning, early in the morning, I will give you a prize for staying up and being at tutoring tonight. Because you get a special prize for staying up and doing tutoring. And then everybody else doesn't get the prize for doing tutoring. Um, so, and if you're a crafter, you don't get anything. You just learn geometry tonight. I'm sorry. That's just what you get. Um, okay, so I'll be back in just a couple of minutes with crafting. With crafting. So just give me about 20 minutes. All right, y'all have a good night. Be good to everybody. Bye, y'all. Actually, I'm gonna go live in our group. All right, bye, y'all.